See, when they say we all black, they really mean we want what you got.
That's what they mean.
They don't want the burden.
They don't want the burden.
Just the brand.
Just the brand.
They ain't lost.
Come on.
They just fly.
Just fly.
They chant the motherland, but don't walk in watch. Ain't no customs fee when they gentrify plots. Got tribal cloth, but no cloth in the street. That ain't black pride, that's cosplay elite.
Come on.
You got heritage yet, mimic our strain. Sip our slang, then drip this stain. You dance to 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie then goes to
sending out some invites real quick, y'all. Come on up in here, hit that like button.
bled in the palace while you bought a seat running. Now you keyboard king claiming the heat. But trauma ain't tweetable. Ask the trees, ask the river boats, ask the southern breeze.
Come on.
They want our change but not our wounds.
Never that.
Want our rhythm, not our tunes.
Never that.
We bled the bill, what they broadcast, built that. Now they echo but never ask who made it. They call us lost, now we cast the map. We drew it. You found your black when the plane unpacked. Touchdown. Respect the rules, so stay off the tree, stay off it. Not every struggle's buy one, get one free. Real talk, yeah. Pan Africa, where the favor at? No reparation, just a Twitter chat. Y'all good at that. No boots march, but you claim my scars. You got home flags, but one North Stars. We civil righted, yo. Visa clear. Facts. Now you trying to be blacker than pioneer. Stop playing. Our jazz, our slang, our Sunday screams. No. You colonize dreams, then sell them on streams. Remix. Trying to rename a cookout diaspora dish. LOL. But couldn't spell Selma or Bayard's wish.
Come on.
We got lineage woven through war and chains. You got flights back, but still want our pain. Why they want our franchise black like it's brunch? Why take the struggle, then monetize the punch? You got surnames, we got sold. You found black lady after customs roll. It's not hate, it's guardrail clarity. Clear line, no unity without parity. Real equality, we gave the game, now they sell the glitch. A nerd, call it Afrofusion, but jack the pitch. Remix, no kinfolk if you ghost the campaign. No brother if your claim came with a plane. We died nameless, you fly flag rich. Why do you wanna be black when it's need? Just say they want our Nia, but not our Nina. Angela, not our subpoenas. Got choice, but choose our chain. They mocked the lock, they forged our name. Disrespectful, call us lost. We the GPS, map the trap, the map success. You got roots, cool, stay in the garden. Stop trying to pick from a tree. You ain't water, cultivate yours. Y'all want black like a brand, no depth. We live in marching morning rep. They was Korean till black got clout. Now they out here trying to change their route. Rebrand. Your pain's real, but it ain't ours. Respectfully, don't remix grief just to chase the bars. Nah, we ain't kidding if you question our cause. Your black is borrowed. Ours paid and lost. Deep cut. We not your costume, not your ad lib. No skit, not your melanin moment to add clips. Nah, we the sound, no background vocals. We the core, not a promo global. Be proud of your flag, rep your land. Do that, don't need our mirror just to feel grand. If black is borrowed, give back the name. You found identity, don't own, track the flame. Just say who you are. You don't need our scars to prove your power.
Y'all come on up in here, get them likes up. We about to get started.
Why harvest stars?
We about to get started, y'all. Come on up in here, get the likes up. We about to do this, man. Algorithms playing with me, but it's all good, man. We about to do part 4 of this immigration crime series that I'm putting together. This is part 4, and we're just gonna talk about it, family. It's probably not even gonna be long, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna get right to it. You know, we're just gonna jump into the meat and really hit all the points that I need to hit. But y'all come in here, get the likes up. Get the likes up. I'm about to give y'all that game. Listen, again, nobody's talking about this, family. Nobody's run through this series. I'm giving y'all the game. Just come in. All I ask, just get the likes up. That's it. Come in here, get the likes up, share the live. I'm about to give y'all the game. We are talking about the black hand, right? We're talking about the black hand. and this is the Immigration Podcast Series. This is episode 2, part 4. This is I'm dragging this thing out, making it long, but I kind of got to do it that way because I want you to I want to nail it home that Black Americans should have never been the face of crime in this country, because we didn't bring crime to this country. There's no such thing as black crime. And I'm going to keep saying that, family. There's no such thing as black crime. But we about to get to it. We are about to get to it. Give me 1 second. We are about to get to it. But everybody good? I know what's today? Wednesday night? Yeah, it's Wednesday night. What's going on, man? What's going on, family? This is a Wednesday. What y'all doing on a Wednesday night right now? What's going on? We about to get into this thing, man, because nobody's really talking about it, family. And I got to talk about the positive things. A lot of things going on that y'all don't know about. If y'all been paying attention, obviously you're not. If you're in the Telegram, you know. So if you're not in the Telegram, we are launching a coin, family. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about the coin before we get started. We're going to do an ad segment. FBA coin turning black power into economic infrastructure. We're going to do a little ad real quick. It's just going to be a long, not too long, but I'm going to draw it out a little bit is what I'm trying to say. Family, there is power in America. The power in America has never been about who's good. It's always about, hold on, somebody's calling me. Sorry about that. It's always about who's organized. It's never been about who's the best. You know, you could be the most talented. You could be the smartest person in the room, right? Independently, you're never going to be able to outwit somebody who has organized themselves. The same way mobs built empires off bootleg money, we got to build our empire off of lineage circulation. Peace, Omni, peace, Omni. We got to build our image off of our empire off of lineage circulation. Think about this, family. We have been left out. We weren't allowed to build wealth in this country. Every time we started to build something, they would come and wipe us out and put us back at square one. Other groups didn't experience that. The Germans didn't experience that. The Irish didn't experience that. The Italians didn't experience that. The Polish didn't experience that. The small hats didn't experience that. The Hispanics didn't experience that. We have been the only ones that have been targeted in the whole United States. That anytime we try to build up power, build up economy, they let us build a little bit and then they wipe us out. So that's what the FBA coin is all about, family. It's not a get rich quick token, but it's a get free slow infrastructure. It's a get free slow infrastructure. We are building the infrastructure that is going to help us build generational wealth in this country. FBA coin is digital sovereignty. It's ownership coded in the blockchain. Now, when you're talking about the blockchain, family, nobody can touch that. Nobody can take that from us. The blockchain is indefinite. The blockchain is transparent. The blockchain, you can't hack the blockchain. You just can't, okay? There's no middleman. There's no master. There's no permission slip. Shout out to BX. Every transaction is a vote. Every wallet is a voice. It's the rebirth of Black Wall Street. But this time, family, it's decentralized. That is the power of FBA coin. Now, family, we are about, in the next coming days, in the next coming weeks, family, we are about to do some phenomenal things, okay? You're not going to know if you're not in our Telegram. This is the time where you want to go to 𝗣𝗲𝗿𝗺𝗺𝗺org, join our Telegram, and get the information firsthand. Any question you want to ask, family, I'm a real person. We got real people in the Telegram. You can ask any one of us. I mean, a lot of people have been in the Telegram so long, they can articulate the coin now. So anybody you see in our VC or in our chat can tell you about this coin because they've been with us for a long time. And we've kind of been saying this, you know, like a beating drum. We've been saying the same thing over and over again to our people. And they've picked it up. They've picked up the lingo. They picked up the confidence so they can guide you in the right direction. And you can talk to me directly in the Telegram. I'm a real person. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to dodge any question you may have or concern. Let's handle it. Let's talk about it, because this is for us, family. Everything I'm doing is for our community, and it's for the betterment of us. This ain't no scam. This ain't no get rich quick scheme. This is real group economics that we're practicing here. Okay. Think about this, family. They turned crime into capitalism. We're turning community into currency. FBA coin rewards holders for loyalty, community engagement, and economic unity. Rewards, liquidity pools, and loyalty bonuses are not gimmicks, family. They are wealth circulation by design. That's what's unique about the FBA coin. The FBA coin, family, it talks about circular wealth, keeping the money inside the ecosystem. 365. What's going on, Black Tokenomics? How you doing, Miss T? It's keeping money circulating in our ecosystem. It's designed to keep money circulating in our ecosystem. Before it goes out into the real world, it has to touch us 365 days out of the year. It's designed that way. That's been the problem, fam. Think about that. Other communities circulate their wealth for weeks, months. We're the only community that our dollar is circulated within hours. It stays in our community for 6 hours, and then immediately it goes into another community's pocket, and it builds wealth for them. The FBA coin is designed to keep wealth in our community. Y'all, you got to do, family. This is not a sales pitch or anything like that. This is a comfort zone thing. What is your comfort level? What is your comfort zone? This is all about doing your research. The main things that we battle in our community is misinformation and mistrust. I'm here to bring that back to us. I'm here to overcome the misinformation, and I'm here to earn your trust. That's it. You know, this isn't me trying to push you into anything. This is me telling you, do the research. We already got enough people. We're building. We have 100 in our Telegram, another 1,000 in our Discord, and we are building, family. We are building something for foundational Black Americans that is gonna be phenomenal. And all we're saying is, come on, you know, get on board for the ride. The earlier you get in, the better, but it's not about getting in early, family. It's about getting in at your comfort level. If you're not comfortable with us in the beginning, just watch. Pay attention, just watch. When we get to 1 million market cap, when we get to 10 million market cap, what is your threshold that you want to, that makes you feel comfortable that we're going to be around for a while and we're not trying to do a fly in or fly by night thing? That's what I'm saying. FBA coin is all about circulation to sovereignty. It's all about survival to structure. Visit fbacoin.org and become a founder in the future that we're coding. We are no longer asking for permission, family. We're going out there and we're building it ourselves. We're not begging nobody for anything. We're saying we're holding ourselves accountable, and we're building the future for ourselves. That's what FBA Coin is all about. And guess what, family? We're at the brink of everything that we've ever wanted. So join us on this journey. Click on fbacoin.org, join the Telegram, and be a part of a movement. Become a vanguard with us. We are pioneering new frontier. Not just as pioneers or no longer as pioneers, but we are now vanguards. Vanguards of our future. So check us out, fbacoin.org, and get the information that you need. Talk to one of us through the Telegram. We'll give you the game. We'll tell you what it is and what it's not. And trust me, man, we're genuine people out here, man. We're trying to make a difference, trying to do something big for our people. Well, let's get back into the episode, family. This is part 4 of Black Hand to Black Scapegoat. This is me telling you that black people should never be the face of crime. We're not criminals. We're not the face of crime. We are not degenerates. Black Americans are righteous people, contrary to what you may believe and contrary to what they may show you on social media. See, black drama corn is real. It's so easy to type in something on the internet and you can find anybody of any race doing anything. All you gotta do is dig it up and look for it. But truth be told, that's not us. Most of the time, you'll see black faces being cosplayed by other black immigrants. Not all the time, but there are a good number of times that I can maybe even say the majority of the time, that's what you're seeing. When you're watching Love and Hip Hop, that's not black folks. That's Tether Central. We might got 1 or 2 black folks up in there, but for the most part, that's Tether Central. That's someone cosplaying black culture. You got the Cardi B's that came from those Love and Hip Hops and all that stuff. Those are not black Americans. Those are immigrants pretending to be us. And we're not standing for that anymore. We're gatekeeping that. We're putting up. We're letting people know. We're letting people hold their own nuts. We're saying, hey, if you're not from here, say that. Don't be cosplaying us and acting like you're the black community when you're not. I am the black community. I am part of the black community. But you who are from whatever country or whatever homeland you come from, you are not. And we're saying say that. But we're doing a series. And we're in the series now where it's the glamourization of white crime, from newspapers to Hollywood. Okay, think about this, family. You have the Sicilian, you have the mafia, okay, coming in, the mob bosses. You got the Tammany Hall people. You got the con and fake and scamming politicians, right? You got the corrupt and crooked and race soldier police. Okay, these are all thugs and criminals, but with badges, with political status, right? Immigrants getting into our politics, getting into the government system and the government structure. And what are the first thing they do? They come from a place of survival. They come from a place of connection. They start organizing and gatekeeping and keeping certain people out and allowing certain people in. America has always had a thing for villains, family, as long as they're the right kind of villain. As long as they're the right kind of villain. See, the immigrant mobster, that's a good villain. The Irish bootlegger, that's another good villain. The Italian Don, that's another good villain. The small hat bookkeeper, that's another acceptable villain. The Irish cop on the take, that's another glamorized villain. They were the anti-heroes of America society. Loved, honored, immortalized, right? The culture, immortalized. They were America's secret love affair. Men who broke the law but looked good doing it. The Lucky Lucianos, the Rothsteins, all that stuff. The movie Casino, the movie The Godfather. Men who defied authority but represented whiteness doing it. Do you understand? These were men who defied authority, but they represented whiteness doing it. Before the movie cameras rolled, newspapers had already begun writing the script, creating a narrative, fantasizing, romanticizing, immortalizing these icons, these criminals, these degenerates. They gave the gangsters nicknames like Scarface, The Brain, Lucky Luciano, The Godfather. These newspapers are the ones that made America fall in love with the criminal kind. They became an anti-hero, an anti-villain. They became America's heroes. Think about this, family. Whiteness is down so bad that they got to immortalize and romanticize degenerates. The people who were racketeering, trafficking, smuggling drugs and all that stuff, they had to turn them into heroes because they don't have any heroes. They don't have any Martin Luther Kings. They don't have any Malcolm X's. Family, they don't have any Fred Hamptons. Family, they're down. They don't have any George Washington Carver's. Family. Every person on there that ever was comes from a degenerate background. But the newspapers and the movies had a way to legitimize it all. Nicknames turned into myths, and myths softened the memories. When Al Capone photo hit front pages, family, it wasn't treated like evidence. It was treated like branding. Reporters described his suits, his cigar, his smile. He was violent for sure, but charismatic also. A businessman with street style. See how they did it? This media, man, you got to watch this propaganda. You got to watch this propaganda. Think about it, family. You ever notice, even today, how they romanticize YT people, right? They turn Kyle Rittenhouses into victims when they were the predator. Think about that. They turned George Zimmerman into an innocent bystander when he was a perpetrator. But when it comes to black faces, when a black man defends his block or ran a small underground hustle just to feed his family, the same press called him urban scum, Negro menace, ghetto gangster. Capone was the American dream with a cigar. The black hustler was an American nightmare with a pulse. They do that. Do you see how they did it back then and how it's the game plan hasn't really changed, family. It's the same as it is today. YT person commits a crime. Oh, he had a hard life. Black person commits the same crime. He's a menace to society. He's a predator. We gotta lock him up. Is a reason why black people get more time doing the same crime as white people, and they get less crime. They get less time. That's the way the system was designed. But it went far beyond just newspaper. Then came the cameras, family. Then came the cameras. Movies like Little Caesars, 1931. The Public Enemy, 1931. And Scarface, 1932. Didn't just depict organized crime, family. They glorified it. They made you fall in love with the villain. That's exactly, they made becoming a mafia. They glorified it. They made you want to be one of the henchmen. You understand what I'm saying? YT men with Tommy guns, tailored suits, and a code of honor became the cultural icons. This is America's. This is the American way. This is how they glorified gangsters, family. This is what I'm saying when you're down so bad, when you can't find one righteous person, that you gotta glorify the gangsters. You could kill, you could unalive, you could steal and cheat, as long as you look cool doing it. And in a country built on stolen land and free labor, the kind of story felt familiar. It's okay. It's Gone with the Wind. How they glorified owning slaves. Think about that, family. They made owning slaves like it was natural. Movies like Gone with the Wind. Do you remember Clark Gable? Gone with the Wind. Family. This is what Hollywood does. It's a big propaganda machine, family. A huge propaganda machine. And they're here to tell you that white is right and black is bad. They're the ones that made it that way. They're the ones that made white purity, black evil. We didn't do that. Family, if anything, family, we made being black cool. In spite of the negative press that we got. We made black excellent. In spite of them saying the opposite. Because deep down, family, America, they don't hate crime. America doesn't care about crime. America hates competition. So it's okay for them. It's okay for them to bootleg and make money. But it's not okay for you to bootleg and make money. You see how that works, family? If you're from the right family, if you're the right skin color, you get a slap on the wrist. That's the system of white supremacy, family. That's how it works. They give you a slap on the wrist. But if you're the wrong color, if you grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, that same system is meant to crush you. Now, fast forward to 1972, The Godfather hits theaters and changes everything, family. Then when The Godfather hit in 1972, man, they made being a gangster. So, man, let me tell you something, man. Who didn't want to make an offer that you can't refuse? Who did not want to be like, I can't even remember his name right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I make you an offer you can't refuse. Who didn't want to be him? The Don. Francis Ford Coppola didn't just make a film. He made a religion, family, a religion. The mafia became noble. Organized crime became just family business. Violence and murder became morality wrapped in loyalty. You didn't just sympathize with the gangster, you idolized the gangster, family. America didn't see murderers. They saw capitalism in suits. Peace, family. They saw capitalism in suits. But when a black filmmaker tried to tell stories of survival, Superfly, The Mac, Shaft, what did the government call it? Blaxploitation. See, when we try to do the same thing, family, it's seen as negative. And even they got us conditioned to not like those movies either. But when they do it, it's cinema, it's blockbuster, it's capitalism, it's the American way. When we showed ambition, they called it arrogance, family. When we showed hustle, they called it hood. When we showed truth, they said too much. You're doing too much. They used our culture for style, but never gave us the grace for survival, family. Their violence became cinematic. Our reality became criminal. They made their gangster superheroes, family. And they turned our superheroes into hoodlums. That's what they did. By glamorizing YT criminality, America conditions the public to associate power with lawbreakers and poverty with black lawlessness. I want y'all to let that sink in for a minute, family. By them glamorizing criminality for their community and then punishing the criminality in our community, that's social engineering at its finest. Every movie, every headline, every broadcast became a rerun of the same lie. The rebellion is human. Our existence is hostile. Think about that. Just us existing is a threat. But any of their misdeeds and unscrupulous acts, they're only human. That's growing pains. So the time mass incarceration began to ramp up in the late 20th century, the audience was already trained, family. They had learned who to fear and who to forgive, who to film and who to forget. I want you to understand, family, that this is social engineering at its finest. They even condition black folks to hate and despise other black folks. They taught black folks to excuse white misbehavior and to be hard and crack down on misbehaving black people. That's why I keep telling you, family, we got to go back to having grace and mercy for each other. We got to reserve grace and mercy only for our people. We have to stop being so extra and so hard on our people. The same way we forgive the YT man, we got to exercise that same forgiveness and make it exclusive only for our lineage. But you'll forgive the YT man, you'll forgive the Asian man, you'll forgive the Mexican man, you'll forgive the brown, the purple, the green. You'll forgive everybody else's race, but you'll be 20 times harder on your own people. And we got to stop that. We got to stop that. Let's call it what it is, family. America is a propaganda department disguised as Hollywood. America has a propaganda department disguised as Hollywood, family. And that department has always had one purpose and one purpose only: to make YT rebellion look righteous and black resistance look criminal. They created sympathy for mobsters. They created fear of the black man. And then they monetized both. That's not storytelling, family. That's social engineering at its finest, at its height. I want you to let that sink in. I want you to let that sink in. That's social engineering at its finest. All the alphabet boys, right? CBS, CNN, ABC, Fox, CIA, FBI, DEA, all of them are in on the propaganda and the witchcraft at your expense. At your expense, family. I want you to understand this is what they're doing to us, family. This is what they're doing. I'm just slow cooking this thing. I'm trying to bring it on home because I'm going to get to current, but I'm building up. I'm just building this thing up. Building this thing up. Yeah, NWA. Yeah, I'm building this thing up. I got to bring I had to start from the 1800s. And now I'm in the 1970s, family. I had to bring it all the way there so you can see that this propaganda and witchcraft and this social engineering is just real. You've been socially engineered to mistrust the black man and to trust the white man. You've been socially engineered. You've been socially engineered to believe that our crime is worse than their crime. You've been socially engineered to believe that our poverty is worse than their poverty. You've been socially engineered to empathize and sympathize with YT degeneracy and cast out and castrate black poverty, black struggle, black hustle, because that's all it is. See, we're doing things to survive. They're doing things because they can. They're allowed. We're the ones who are not. See, it's not that they hate crime. No, family, listen. America does not hate crime. America hates competition. They want who they want to win. They want to control the narrative, and they want to pick and choose who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. That's it. That's it, family. That's all America. Don't let America believe that they don't want. America 100% believes in monopoly. They just don't want you to know that they're monopolizing. Let me say it again, family. America does not have a problem with crime. They have a problem with competition. And as long as you're the right color, from the right family, you can do whatever you want to do. I want you to think Westworld, family. Go back and watch that show Westworld on HBO. And I want you to understand who these people think they are and what they want to do. They want to walk amongst us as gods. in and out of society, doing whatever the hell they want to do. Shout out to crypto. That's what they want to do, family. Shout out to Shelly. We are the game that they love to play. You seen that game Pool? Somehow the game is over when the white ball knocks down the black ball. Family, that's the game they play. That's the game they play. But we got to be one step ahead of it, family. We got to understand that, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening to us. They're socially engineering us. And we have to reject it. Did you know that social media is a form of social engineering, family? Yeah. Did you know that social media is like on a bigger scale than movies right now, family? Movies, they do social engineering on movies. They do, a whole lot of projection and things like that on these movies. They project things on the people, and we take it as gospel, as true. But what's more dangerous than Hollywood, family? It's social media. Social media can be good programming or it can be bad programming. Good or bad. We just got to pay attention. Yeah, Dr. Francis Welsh Crest. Yeah. That's correct. That's correct. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She talked about that. She brought that psychology. And what they do, they kick her out of the institution for telling the truth. For telling the truth. See, we don't have family. Think about this, family. The internet, yeah. Family, think about this, family. They have to make degenerates heroes in their society because they do not have a Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. They do not have a Dr. Claude Anderson. They do not have a Malcolm X. They do not have a Martin Luther King. They do not have a Nat. They don't have any hero. They do not have a George Washington Carver, family. They don't. We got all the inventions and we got all the heroes, family. We got all the athleticism, family. We got everything they want. They even want this very melanin, and I can prove it. Somebody go look up how much gold is, and somebody go look up how much melanin is. Family, they want your melanin. Go look it up. Somebody said our genetics are too strong for them, so they create the equalizer. Yeah. Family, we don't have to try hard, family. They do. Matter of fact, they don't try hard. They just cheat. We're born with this greatness. They have to romanticize and fantasize and fetishize everything, family. Their heroes are degenerates. Family, listen. I'm not, and I promise you, I'm not trying to harp on a man that's passed away. But when you start saying things like Charlie Kirk was on the same level as Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk was their Martin Luther King. When you have to stoop that low, and I'm not trying, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I'm not against that brother. I don't care if he said terrible things about the black community. I would never want to see that brother harmed for that. A matter of fact, I would have loved him to still be around so we can give him that work. I wish that Charlie Kirk would have debated me. You understand what I'm saying? Not those college kids that don't really know that much. Debate a real foundational Black American. Debate a 𝗤𝗏𝗃𝗁𝗁. Debate a debate a real one. Not these college. You know, it's man. Listen, man. Family, I might do a college tour now just so I can show you. It's not hard to debunk them because they're not doing the research. You might run it now. Now, Charlie Kirk ran into a few of them and they gave that brother the business. I've seen a few of them where, hey, some of these, you know, you every once in a while you'll get that one up in there and he'll give you that work. But when you got to do a reach and give this brother a national holiday for debating college kids on campus. Think about that. He got a national holiday for debating college kids on campus. You're down pretty bad because you don't have any heroes. You're down really, really bad. You're down really, really bad. Really, really bad to turn Charlie Kirk and even put him in the same sentence as a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They don't got no Muhammad Ali. Where's their Muhammad Ali at? Where is their Muhammad Ali at, people? They don't got one. Who can even be on the same level as a Muhammad Ali today? I can't think of one. Family, help me. Let's all try to think and help these YT people find a hero. Who and what and where is their YT hero? Is it Donald Trump? Is it Donald Trump? The great white hope? Who the heck is these people's hero, man? Listen, family, we don't gotta look that hard in our family tree. You don't gotta shake the tree long enough before an apple or a fruit gonna fall out. We got heroes all up and down our lineage, all through our timelines. They got to turn George Washington into a hero, Andrew Jackson into a hero, Benjamin Franklin into a hero, and these are all degenerates. They all had slaves, family, all of them. All of them. Nothing more, nothing less but degenerates, family. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. I'm trying to see if I want to continue, or if I want to continue this long drawn out series of episode 2. Y'all want me to continue, family, or y'all want me to table it, come back in? We can come back tomorrow and just I'll try to wrap it up a little. I'll try to move a little bit faster. What y'all think? Y'all let me know if y'all want me to continue. Maybe I could bring some people up. Y'all let me know. If y'all want me to continue, I'll continue. I'm just slow cooking this thing. I'm just slow cooking it. So, family, yeah, let me just go into it. We here. We're gonna chop it up. Listen, over policing, economic exclusion, and the criminalization of survival. We're gonna touch on these things. While America was toasting mobsters in the movies, family, foundational Black Americans were being booked, beaten, and buried in the name of law and order. It's one of the greatest contradictions ever told. The people who built this country with blood and bone were labeled the greatest threat to it. They waged war on us, family. The very people that built and was the moral fiber of this country. They waged a war on us, family. We've never not been at war, family. We've always been at war with these people. One of the greatest contradictions ever told, family, was when they said black crime. No such thing. No such thing. They use over-policing as economic warfare, family. After Prohibition ended, police forces didn't shrink, family. They expanded. Those manpower budgets and surveillance programs didn't disappear, family. They came back and they were redirected. And guess who they landed? Guess where they landed? They landed in our neighborhoods, in our churches, family, in our communities. The surveillance was on all-time high. They had to know what black people were saying at all times. They were afraid of the takeover, family. They were afraid of black people coming into power. They were afraid of black unity, family. The machinery of prohibition, raids, checkpoints, vice squads became the blueprint for how America policed black life. They didn't dismantle the system that empowered organized crime. They repurposed it to dismantle us. I want you to let that sink in. When white criminal empires turned legal, they built casinos and distilleries and corporations, family. When we tried to build legitimate businesses, family, we got zoning laws, city redevelopment, and denial letters from every bank in town. They controlled the banks. How are we going to get money if they control the banks, family? How are we going to get a hand up when they control the finances and they had our destinies wrapped up in their hands? They replaced Black Wall Street with police precincts. They replaced black homeowners with low-income renters. They replaced black enterprise with dependency by design, family. That integration thing was meant so we can depend on them. See, they couldn't control our money when we were segregated. But now that we're integrated, they can control all areas of activity, family. All of it. Not some of it. All of it. This is the reason why your black dollar doesn't stay in your community very long. This is the reason why other communities' dollars stays in their community a lot longer. It's by design, family. It's by design. You can't call it a coincidence when it's really just a pattern. When survival became suspicious, family, by the 1940s and the 50s, new laws like vagrancy ordinances, loitering statuses, if you gathered outside a store for too long, family, you were disturbing the peace. If you were walking home from work at night, you were under suspicion. Family, isn't that what they do, family? You can live in a community and they'll look at you like, what are you doing here? Am I lying? Am I making this up? No. Family, I remember one time I was just driving. I think I was dropping somebody off. And I started like around 4 or 5 o'clock, and it took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to drop them off in this particular part of town. And I had to take the freeway to do it. And I forgot to turn my lights on. Because I was, it was daytime when I started out, but it wasn't fully dark, but it was getting there. And I got pulled over by the police. And you know what the police had the nerve to ask me? What are you doing on this side of town? What's your business for being over here and not over there? What's your business for being over here and not over there? Why are you in this neighborhood? Man, I'm just dropping somebody off. Are you sure? You look suspicious. Why were your lights on? Well, it was daytime when I left. They just ask you all these unnecessary questions when they can just give you a ticket and move the hell on. But they got to pry. They got to, what's your business here? Well, is this not America? Can I not go anywhere in the world I want to go to? Can I not go to any city, any state I want to go to? Do I need to have a business to be on this side of town? Okay, but if you must know, I'm just dropping somebody off. But that's what it is. It's a criminal. We are now under suspicion, family. Listen, we were not the criminals. We did not have organized crime rings. We were not the bootleggers. We were not the mob bosses. We were not terrorizing and controlling all areas of activity and business. We weren't going to businesses saying, you need our protection, family. But somehow we are looked at as if we're doing those things. It's more criminal to be black than it was to be a mobster back in the day, family. It was more, listen to what I'm saying. It was more of a criminal to be black than it was to be part of a mobster or a cartel back in the day. And still today. Still today. Family, in other words, our presence became a crime scene, family. Everything was pointed at us. How in the world did we go from Little Caesar, Gone with the Wind, Godfather, Scarface, to all of a sudden we're the face of everything degenerate, everything wrong with this country? When we were the most married coming out of slavery, we had the most integrity, moral fiber you can have. Our cities got bombed for being a success. Our cities got bombed. I want you to understand that. For becoming successful, our people got harassed. Economic exclusion is real, family. They forced us underground. They called it the underground economy like it's a choice. But what happens when you're excluded from the surface, family? What happens when banks say no? When every landlord demands more? When every employer shuts the door? You build your own system. And that's what we did, family. We had to survive, family. So you know what we did? We came up with something called the numbers racket. Anybody remember that? And they had to take that from us. We were survivors. The barbershops, the rent parties, the hustles, the hand-to-hand networks, those weren't crimes. Those were coping mechanisms, family. Meanwhile, the real organized criminals had already moved into Wall Street. They traded whiskey for stocks, extortion for influence, and murder for mergers. And we were left holding the rap sheet for their reinvention. When will the scales be balanced for foundational Black Americans? When will the scales of justice hold the correct weight? I'm just saying. By the time civil rights movement began, family, police were still using the same tactics that were designed for mobsters. Except now they were using them on activists, mothers, and teenagers. wiretaps, surveillances, raids. COINTELPRO didn't invent over-policing. It just rebranded it. The FBI treated Malcolm and Martin like Capone and Luciano. Because the first American establishment, black liberation has always been the ultimate organized crime. Family, they shut down the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party is the reason why we have a WIC program today. The reasons why we have a social program called welfare today was because of something that foundational black Americans built during the civil rights era. And they were criminalized for it. Criminalized for it. Think about that. Think, our country celebrates criminals that are YT. And heroes, they demonize them that are black. They want to make Charlie Kirk to be their Martin Luther King. But yet when you had the real Martin Luther King, y'all was wiretapping that brother's phone, keeping heavy surveillance on him, treating him like a criminal, and then assassinated him. They live and lead a legacy of lies, family. Let's be clear, family. Foundational black Americans didn't inherit crime. We inherited criminalization. That's it. We're not the face of crime. We just inherited it. They put it on us. They built syndicates. We got sentences. They bribed senators. We got stopped and frisked, family. They had loyalty codes. We had curfews. They got folklore. We got felony records. And to this day, the system still threatens our survival as suspicious. It still treats our survival as suspicious and our excellence as exceptional only if it can be controlled. Only if it can be controlled. Family, we were never the threat, we were the target. And that's just what it is from day one. Listen, family, if this resonates with you, if you understand what I'm throwing down, family, I want you to know that the system that you're living under right now is that same system that I'm talking about. Nothing's ever gonna get better if you're in that system. Nothing's ever gonna change for you as long as you're part of that system. The same system that I'm talking about, that I'm doing a slow cook and a slow build on, is the same system that got you trapped. The same system that is social engineering, right, is the same system that you're in right now. You are being socially engineered even right now. The system, the matrix, it got you. And as long as you stay in the matrix, everything is fake. Nothing is real. Family, foundational black Americans, we have our own coin. We have our own cryptocurrency, FBA coin. We're doing phenomenal things. We're building infrastructure. We're building an ecosystem designed by foundational black Americans for foundational black Americans. Check out our website, fbacoin.org, and be a part of the solution. Don't hang out with the problem. Don't stay in the problematic system. Come out of it. Come build with us. We need all hands at deck. Come build with us, and let's build something great. Let's build something so fantastic, so amazing, that future generations will be able to say, I'm sovereign, and thank us for what we've done today. Family, we should all be chasing legacy. Legacy, legacy, legacy. That's what it's all about from here on out. Listen, family, if anything resonated with you, I want you to check out fbacoin.org. Join our Telegram. Chop it up with me. You can chop it up with me in the Telegram if you got any questions or concerns. I'm in that Telegram, man. I'm in that Telegram. I'll answer. There's no question off limits in the Telegram. I can give it to you real. I can give it to you raw. I can give you the real deal over there. Over here, I gotta speak in code, but in the Telegram, I can make it plain. Family, holler at your boy, man. We're doing some phenomenal things. Check out what we're doing. Be a part of what we're doing. Be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem. Let's be the solution. Family, listen, I got to get out of here. We're going to go ahead and close it on out. We actually going to rock out to some music as we're going out. All I got to tell y'all, family, is this. Pay attention. Pay attention. This is the time now where you pay attention. Because things are happening right before your very eyes. Listen, family, it's been great talking with you. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. We're going to go out to some music, family. Check it out.
We want what you got. They don't want the burden. Just the brand. They ain't lost. They just fly. They chant the motherland, but don't walk in watts. Ain't no customs fee when they gentrify plots. Got tribal cloth, but no cloth in the street. That ain't black pride, that's cosplay elite. Real. You got heritage yet, mimic God's strain. Sip by slang, then drip this stain. You dance to wide pain, then ghost the struggle. Where you go, double dutch the trauma, then claim the muscle. Nah, we bled in the balance while you bought a seat. Running, now you keyboard king, claiming the heat. But trauma ain't tweetable. Ask the trees, ask the river boats, ask the southern breeze. They want our change, but not our wounds.
Never that.
Want our rhythm, not our tunes.
Never that.
We bled the bill, what they broadcast, built that. Now they echo.
All right, family, take care.
Who made it? They call us lost, now we cast them at.